sure that I always agree with all of them, but I think one of the things to counteract those things is to be so sure of who you are, get to know you, and be strong in who you are, and stay committed to who you are, and have your goal as being, becoming the best you, because we're living in a world where it's so overpopulated, I think, with people who are not being their best selves. That when you see people being their best selves, I think it's truly a blessing. So whenever I get to talk to young people, I truly encourage them to just get to know who they are, stay with who you are, and have being your best self as your goal, because we live in a world that's so lacking of that. Let's go on to line 3.
Begin to look at yourself more compassionately. Try to see if there is a connection between your past experience and your present actions. And if this connects, is having any negative effects on your life. Some of your past or even your present actions may be as a result of unresolved emotions or you might have to uncover. These stars in effect.
Okay, take control of your re-education. I mean, sometimes we get to a point in life where we have to stop, and even though we might be, you've always been in school, you've always been doing your ABCs, you've always been, math, science, those kinds of things, but you still have to stop sometimes and say, wait a minute, I need to do some checking here with where I'm going, who I am, what are my experiences. Sometimes, like I said, lots of young people grow up under circumstances that have them not even, one parent might have left the home at an early age, you divorce, these kinds of things that can have negative effects on who you are, how you're thinking, and how you're feeling. And you need to always give yourself a chance to stop and take stock of that and check in with your emotions and see where they're going. And if it's too burdensome, or if your scars are so deep, you might have to, like I had said earlier, seek help from others who are professional in the field and who are there to help you, to guide you through that. But you can do it for yourself. Every time, or every so often, give yourselves a check-in. Where am I with how am I feeling? Where am I with this situation that happened in my life? Where am I with that situation? You've got to stop every so often, take stock of yourself, and make sure that you are being compassionate to your own self. Because so many times we show people compassion. We can understand other people. We can sympathize with other people. But we don't turn it onto ourselves. You have to turn that same understanding, that same compassion onto yourself and say, be patient with yourself. And even in classes you don't like sometimes, who has a class right now in high school that's just not easy for you? Yes. English in 11th grade. English and American literature. And why did they do that? Why did they put you in 11th grade? Obviously you showed something about yourself that made them realize or think that you're capable of that, right? Not really? So couldn't you get out of it? You're about to. Okay, well that would be the right thing, because if you were to stay in it and you don't get a good grade, that can affect you. So you're passing the class, you're doing good, you just don't like it. Okay. And what would you replace it with? 10th grade.
Because I don't know nothing about 10th grade work, and 11th grade you preparing for the exam, is that right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
that's like
you want to tell me to write it this time? I'm in 10th grade, no kind of writing test, I don't take no writing test.
Okay. Okay. So you just come into the 10th grade of what you're doing. Okay. Well, and you think that would be easier and you'll understand it more? Okay, well, I would do that too. Why sit through a class and you don't understand when you could take another class that you would understand? Anybody else having a difficult class that they're doing in high school? Which one for you?
Accelerated Math 3. It's an extremely difficult course. You know, yeah, it's just hard.
It's just hard.
Yeah.
I'll say this about math, that sometimes math can look more frightening than it is. And if you went outside and get some help, first of all, are you getting help outside of the classroom?
Yes. I do. I always go for extra help because math used to be my strong subject, but it's getting harder, as I go on. So I try to go to help when I fall behind.
And the help is helping?
See, I don't think so. I think I might need to go to like another math teacher because my math teacher is not really helping me.
And then that's my daughter there. She just finished high school, and I was very disappointed when she came out of Spanish because she was so good in Spanish. And I wanted her to stay and do it throughout high school. But because of her teacher, she just could not. The teacher wasn't what's working for her, and so they only needed 2 years of Spanish. So luckily she had done her 2 years. But she was so good at it. But the teacher, and so sometimes that happens. You might have to, like you say, go to another teacher. And then it's the same thing that happened to her with math in middle school, because she left an elementary school, went to a magnet middle school, and in the magnet middle school, they put them all a grade ahead of what they were to, because it was one of these accelerated schools. So then they put everybody a grade ahead, and then they wanted to see who would be able to keep up, and they would put them back down and she was like begging, Mom, I can't, I don't, I want to go back down. And her teacher was offering some extra help, and she went, and it wasn't maybe 5 lessons. And now she did AP calculus, going on, wants to be a physician, or want to go to med school. But I say all of this to say that don't give up. Don't think that it's not for you. Seek all the help, because some of the smartest kids out here, you would be amazed at how much lessons they have to take, how much extra help that they take outside of school, because even for their SAT practice or SAT prep and stuff like that. So it's not like when you see smart kids, it's not that they're smart because, they're so smart. They're smart sometimes they get the help they need. So don't, go on and get the help you need. Don't be afraid to, and like you said, go to another teacher, because it might just be that teacher. Not every teacher can connect with every student. The next teacher might have a different style, and that style might fit in with you. So yeah, just don't let that be, a deterrent to your success, because this high school journey is a one-time journey. Well, it should be, and you got to make the most of it as you're journey through. Anybody else in school, high school, having not you, Mr. You're done with high school. I'm about to go to college. What do you want to do when you get to college? Economics? With the hope of doing what with that? With the hope of
I haven't
doing
broken it down as yet.
the what?
I haven't broken it down as yet.
Oh, you haven't broken it down as to what exactly you want to do with that economics. What do you want to do economics? Okay. How about you? You're just doing fine in high school, everything's great with you, all your classes. What's your strong point? What's your class that you like most of all in high school? Gym? Now that's, I don't know how to take that, if that's serious or that's, that's just, when you see the comedians do a lot of those shows, and then they ask, like, what's your best class? And it says gym, and I can't wait for lunch, those kind of things. So you started playing football in the PB League and you see yourself in NFL? Track? Okay, that's one thing I did in high school. Good. So you run track. Yeah, that's a good question. Is it long distance or what?
Yeah, he doesn't run any track.
Track season is not yet. This thing got down pretty cool.
He doesn't run any track. He's playing.
No, for real.
Oh, well, you know,
Track season is not yet. Cross country.
Yeah, he's not swimming.
no, he can't go, he can only go that far without swimming.
No.
Sooner or later, I will catch up with you. I was going to ask you some more questions, and then we would get to that point. I grew up in the crime chief. I was gonna get to a point where I was gonna get you, you know. Cause I ran track in school. Okay, so you're not on the track team. You signed up for the track team. Well, you see, what happens though, it's probably not, is it track season yet though? Because every sport has its season. It's cross country right now, but that's not your thing. So you're waiting for, okay, and then you're gonna be a track. Where you did track before? In Guyana? You Guyanese too? Lord. You Guyanese too? Oh my Guyanese people! Oh my goodness. Yeah. So how long have you been out of Guyana?
No, December 09.
09? Okay, so this year coming up, it's 2 years. Miss Guyana? I'm asking.
You Miss Guyana, I'm Miss Guyana.
Oh.
Well, I always said Miss Guyana, like you can't be Miss Guyana. You Miss Guyana? I said, do you miss Guyana?
Yes, sir.
You do? Plan on going back to Guyana? To live or, I mean, I'm sure to visit, but.
Visit.
Yeah, okay. So three of your brothers, 2 year twins?
No, it's far different. Far different.
We just get Robbie kind of like, so they look alike.
Yeah, you certainly do.
That's not it.
You certainly do. So, and we're still on you with high school. You should be then, well, let me backtrack. Coming from Guyana, used to be, when we came from Guyana, we were top of the academics when we get to school. Used to be. I don't know if it's like that anymore. In high school, are you like, you know, who's older? No, yeah, you're the oldest, but for the two, you are. Okay. So you're in 11? Yes. And the work that you do in Guyana is right on track with what you do now in high school? Below or above? Guyana? Above. So you should be out of high school too. You should be testing out. Tell them, look, I learned all this too already. Right? So you should be testing out. But those are some of the things when we you know, in here, thinking about ourselves and trying to get a handle on this, because you know, I mean, it's not only, and it's important, it's essential that we get the foundations of academics, you know, because that's going to determine our bread and butter. Eventually, how much bread and butter can go in the marketplace and demand in terms of what we bring to the marketplace, how valuable are the things that we bring to the marketplace. But we also have that other aspect of ourselves to develop, you know, and to examine, and to talk about, and to hash out. And that is the aspect of ourselves that make us communicate with each other.